the water type. One of 3 Pokemon types selectable as a starter, also the most common Pokemon type. Overall, a pretty solid type that only has 2 natural weaknesses. Its potential can be improved drastically when mixed with other types. So here we go, calculating the best water type combination. To calculate the greatest type combination for this video, I will be using this formula. Hopefully I can simplify it and explain this quickly. So basically a type combination will gain 2 points for each type it is super effective against, and a bonus 1 point if both of its affiliated types are super effective against the same type. It will lose 2 points for each weaknesses, an additional loss of 3 points if it has a double weakness. It will gain half a point for each resistance, another half point for every double resistance, lose 2 points if both types are resisted by the same type, gain 2 for each immunity, and lose 2 for each liability, which are types that are immune against it. Hopefully you understood that. If there is a tiebreaker, I will just choose. In 17th, and the worst water type combination is water and normal. This combination is super effective against 3 types with 4 resistances. It also has 3 weaknesses, and it has a liability and immunity to the ghost type. Final score, 2. In 16th is water and grass. This combination is super effective against 4 types, double super effective against both rock and ground, with 3 resistances and a double resistance to water. It also has 3 weaknesses, and both water and grass are resisted by both grass and dragon. Final score, 2. In 15th is water and electric. This combination is super effective against 5 types with 5 resistances, with a double resistance to steel. It also has 1 weakness. Water and electric are resisted by both grass and dragon. It has a liability against the ground type. Final score, 3. In 14th is water and psychic. This combination is super effective against 5 types with 6 resistances. It also has 4 weaknesses and is a liability against the dark type. Final score, 3. In 13th is water and ice. This combination is super effective against 6 types and is double super effective against ground. It has 2 resistances with a double resistance to ice. It also has 4 weaknesses. Final score, 4.5. In 12th is water and dragon. This combination is super effective against 4 types with 3 resistances. It is double resistance to both fire and water. It also has 2 weaknesses and is a liability against the fairy type. Final score, 4.5. In 11th is water and rock. This type combination is super effective against 6 types and it is double super effective against fire. It has 5 resistances and both water and rock can resist fire. It also has 4 weaknesses with a double weakness to grass and a final score of 5. In 10th is water and dark. This combination is super effective against 5 types with 6 resistances. It also has 5 weaknesses and the immunity to psychic attacks. Final score, 5. In 9th is water and fighting. This combination is super effective against 7 different types, with both water and fighting being super effective against rock. It also has 6 resistances with 5 weaknesses, but is a liability against the ghost type. Final score, 6. In 8th is water and poison. This combination is super effective against 5 types with a whopping 8 resistances. It also has 3 weaknesses and is a liability against the steel type. Final score, 6. In 7th is water and ghost. This combination is super effective against 5 types with 6 resistances. It also has 4 weaknesses with the immunity to both fighting and normal, but is a liability against normal. Final score, 7. In 6th is water and fire. This combination is super effective against 7 types with 5 resistances. It has a double resistance to steel, fire, and ice. It also has 3 weaknesses. Both fire and water are resisted by water and dragon. Final score, 8. In 5th is water and bug. This combination is super effective against 6 types with 5 resistances. It also has 3 weaknesses and a final score of 8.5. In 4th is water and ground. This combination is super effective against 6 types. Both water and ground are super effective against fire and rock and has 4 resistances. It also only has 1 weakness, which is a double weakness to grass. Both water and ground are resisted by grass and has an immunity to electric. However, it has a liability to flying. Final score, 9. In 3rd is water and flying. This combination is super effective against 6 types with 5 resistances. It only has 2 weaknesses with a double weakness to electric. And it has an immunity to ground. Final score, 9.5. In 2nd place is water and steel. This combination is super effective against 5 types, double super effective against rock, and has 10 resistances with 3 double resistances. It also has 3 weaknesses, and both water and steel are resisted by water. It also has an immunity to poison and a final score of 11. And first and the best water type combination is water and fairy. This combination is super effective against 6 types with 6 resistances. It also has 3 weaknesses and the immunity to dragon attacks, and shares the same final score as steel with a final score of 11. Yeah, that's my calculation of the water types. Since the water type is pretty solid already, pairing it up with another type is almost bound to be beneficiary. Yeah, that's pretty much the video. That's about it.